Cads. I mean, we'll start with the difficult stuff first. Obviously, last time I interviewed you, you said you're really enjoying your football.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, you know what happened. We got a bit of a suspension going on there.
Yeah.
But since you've come back again, it seems like you really got back into it and you're enjoying it again.
No, I am really enjoying it. I'm just glad he gave me another chance, really, because it was a silly, shouldn't have happened, did. But thankfully, I begged him to take me back, and he gave me another chance. So yeah, we just managed to crack on with where we were and just keep on doing what we were trying to do. Top 6, and that's what we got.
And you seem to enjoy it. I mean, you can get forward when you can, don't you? You know, and you seem to enjoy that part of the game, don't you? Yeah,
I try and get forward as much as I can. But last few weeks we've seemed to have got penned in a little bit in the first half, which hasn't allowed me to be able to get forward as much as I'd like. But you know, we're just, the way we're playing at the moment, we're just grinding out them results. Sometimes it's not pretty, but we're picking up the results we need, and that's the main thing. And we can work on the other bits on a Tuesday night, you know.
There's been a fair bit of competition for places as well with the new lads coming in. I mean, how have they settled in, and how do you feel about that as a player? I mean, when another player comes in, potentially in your position, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it just gives you another little kick up, really. That's what you need. The lads that have come in, they're all top players, all cracking lads. Everyone's, you know, we've got a great bond at the club at the moment. All the lads, you know, we all get on really well, which is, you can see, I think, on a Saturday, you know, when we scored a goal, we're all, you know, we're all in it together, and that's the main thing. Yeah.
I mean, the season itself, we would have settled, really, wouldn't we, for getting in the top 6?
Yeah.
And by whichever means we did it, we got there, and we did it under our own steam. I mean, how do you feel the season's gone? Is it better than you thought, or as good, or?
At the start of the season, you know, I think first season in the Welsh Prem, I've played in this league, you know, for a few years now. I thought, you know, we'd do well to get in the top 6. But as the season's gone on, I just think we've just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And now, you know, I'd be disappointed if we finish outside the top 4. You know, and I think that's where we belong. You know, we've got some great lads. We've been playing really well. We keep doing what we do. There's no reason why we can't finish in the top 4. So that's, you know, that's my goal for now, for the end of the season, definitely.
I'll ask you. I'll say the same thing as I said to Greg last week. The Port Talbot game was a big game. We needed to win. We won it. But it seemed a real turning point when we played Airbus. That was a massive scalp, wasn't it?
So you know, it was against my old club again, which is, you know, they're always big games. But the lads, we were unbelievable. First half, we were up against it. You know, they had a lot of attacks, but we just, you know, we managed to keep them out. We rode the storm. Second half, we come out, and I think we were the better team. We deserved the win, and that's, I think, what we've been doing really well. When teams are on top, we just seem to ride the storm, and then come out second half, and we seem to, you know, give a good account of ourselves, and that's what we've been doing week in, week out.
I mean, after a win like that, what's it like in the dressing room afterwards? Can you feel the confidence coming into the players?
Buzzing, yeah, it's buzzing. Everyone's jumping around. Everyone, you know, you can see the togetherness after a win like that. Yeah, it was, you know, it was a great win, great win.
Well, we got Newtown on Saturday, and that's, they've given us a bloody nose twice this season, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is there a will amongst the players to put that right?
I always enjoy playing against Newtown, to be honest. It's better at their place. I can't see us, you know, the way we're playing at the moment. I think we can beat them, not a problem. So we just keep on doing what we are, and we shouldn't have a problem.
Let's talk about you now. What do you do outside football?
Run my own sportswear printing company, yeah, small sports shop in Chester. So yeah, we supply all sportswear equipment to local football teams, athletic teams, schools, universities. Yeah, we do all stuff like that. Personalised printing, club badges and all stuff like that.
So how did you get into that?
When I came out of full-time football, started working for my dad, digging holes. I thought, don't fancy this for the rest of my life. What else to do? And spoke to my brother would come up with this idea, and yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 5 years now. So it's going okay.
Would you go back to football? I mean, you started, you were with Chester, weren't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
3 years.
You've played a few seasons in the Welsh Premier.
Yeah.
You've played at that standard there. I mean, what do you think of the standard in the Welsh Premier?
I think it's getting better, yeah, every year. It seems to be a lot more competitive now. When I first come in, you just have your Rhyl and your TNS, and they were the top boys, and you know, no one could get near them. Nowadays, I think, you know, the gap isn't as big. teams can turn up and get results against TNS and Airbus. So I just think the league's it's becoming a better league in that respect. So you haven't got two teams just running away with it, you know, as a margin as it used to be. And everyone's got a shout. You know, every game's a big game in this league. You know, with it being 12 teams, every game's a big one. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it this year. Yeah, it's a really good league.
I mean, if we finish fourth or even third, that gives us a great chance in the playoffs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Has there been any talk in the dressing room amongst the lads about Europe or anything like that?
It's we don't get too excited. You know, we just keep doing what we're doing, and we'll see where we're at the end of the season. But obviously, yeah, you can't help but think, you know, at the end of the season we're 2 games away from Europe. You know, we're in a semi-final, if you like. So, I mean, of course, it's in all the players. You know, it's all in the minds. But we don't get too carried away with it. We just stick at what we're trying to achieve, which is finish as high as we can, and then we'll see where we're at then.